Hello everybody. I feel like this video has been a really long time coming. If you haven't seen me before, hello. I watched every single episode of Sherlock on this channel and was obsessed with it. I've also done one of the Sherlock films. I do need to do the rest of them because I'm so interested. But anybody else a Sherlock but Benedict Cumberbatch just kind of, you know, hurts my heart a little bit every time. Regardless, everybody is still asking me to take a look at Elementary. It's kind of like a spin-off. I don't know too much about it apart from the fact that everybody asked me to do it while I was doing Sherlock. And I'm kind of at the time right now where I'm doing a lot of first time reactions to individual episodes. So I did White Collar, I did Psych, I did The Mentalist, and I feel like Elementary should be on that list. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I also had Budweiser. Had a Red Bull, but finished it. I have to say, Budweiser's not my favourite beer. I find it a little bit watery, but I'm not picky. Peroni, Heineken, Corona, Bimaretti. Oh, they're good beers. Don't even mind a Stella, you know? Ooh. Chateau echoing. Kinky. Imagine being that kind of woman. I'd love to be a kind of woman that gets up at 7 on the dot, first alarm, no snoozing, goes for a run. Instead, I film YouTube videos drinking beer in my pajamas.
Hi, it's Joan Watson.
What's
On
it?
the off chance you haven't already been contacted by Hemdale, your son left rehab a little early this morning. I'm already at his house to see if he's here. Excuse me, Mr.
Do you believe in love at first sight? I know what you're thinking. The world is a cynical place and I must be a cynical man, thinking a woman like you would fall for a line like that.
Do you believe in love at first sight? I know what you're thinking. The world is a cynical place.
Spot on. Sherlock Holmes. Please don't get comfortable, we won't be here long.
Said to expect some sort of addict sitter.
And then he explained his conditions with respect to your sobriety.
You've never had a problem with drugs or alcohol?
Your father told you.
Of course he didn't.
Did she get you high?
With about 6 feet. I actually find sex repellent. All those fluids and odd sounds, but my brain and my body require it to function at optimum levels.
So it is not the same Sherlock that we know.
Surgeon, judging by your hands. Is your car parked nearby?
Yes, it's just outside. How did you know I had a car?
Parking ticket. Fell out of your purse when you dropped it. Look at this place. Yuck. Can't wait for you to tidy it.
I decided to resume my work as a consultant here in New York.
I'm really not sure how I'm going to feel about this. It's just not the same without Benedict.
Captain Gregson.
Greg!
Holmes. How you doing?
Hey,
Captain
Greg.
Gregson. Captain Gregson. This is Miss Watson.
Dr. Richard Mantlo came home a few hours ago to find his door kicked in and his wife, Amy Dampier, missing.
Oh no.
That's...
Miss Dampier's cell phone. Have you recovered it?
We have her cell phone.
She either lost a tremendous amount of weight or underwent significant plastic surgery sometime in the last 2 years.
I take it you two have worked together before?
Yeah, 10 years ago. A few months after 9/11, I was assigned to Scotland Yard to observe their counterterrorism bureau. Holmes mostly worked homicides.
Miss Dampier knew her attacker. She let him into the house herself.
Captain, who is this guy?
Oh,
There are
this is,
2 broken glasses.
that's going to be, what's his name? Anderson? Yeah, I think it's Anderson.
If you take another glance at the boot print on the front door,
You'll see an almost imperceptible spot of blood where the heel made contact. She's in the safe room.
What safe room?
I want one of them. Shit. Ooh. What was that position?
I didn't hurt her.
I observe. And once I've observed, I deduce.
You said you could tell from my hands that I used to be a surgeon.
Hand, singular. Many surgeons, as you know, use a beeswax cream to protect their hands from the dehydrating effects of repeated washings.
I just want to say thanks for helping out today. You got us our guy in, and we're grateful. We could take it from here.
Respectfully, Detective, I doubt that very much. Dr. Mantlo has girl's feet. Haven't you noticed? He's a
Girl's
size
feet.
8 if he's an inch. You're a doctor. Tell them I'm right.
I'm not a doctor.
Were a doctor. Surely you haven't forgotten how bruising works. Tall men in your life, I'd like a list.
I helped plan a fundraiser for the hospital 2 years ago. That was before the surgeries. I know I still have the pictures. That's a picture of Amy and Dr. Manlow that I took that night. Okay? Tell me you wouldn't want to ask her why she did it.
Mr. Polk, can you tell us where you were last night?
Look at her getting involved.
Home. Alone. I know, not much of an alibi, but I don't care.
Why did that scare me? That made me jump.
Why do you suppose you hate your job so much?
I don't hate my job.
You have 2 alarm clocks. No one with 2 alarm clocks loves their job. 2 alarm clocks means it's a chore for you to get up in the morning. I'm finished with drugs. I won't be using them again. My advice? Take a 6-week holiday.
I hope they fall in love. Just like Watson and Sherlock did. Did he unplug her alarm? Yeah!
I'm gonna need your saliva now.
10:37.
In your mouth so I can swab it. If you're on anything, the strip on the cup will turn blue.
I haven't...
You said it was some sort of trophy.
You know what flavour of killer takes trophies, don't you?
Cereal.
Cereal. Eileen Renfro. Savagely beaten and strangled by an intruder in her Bronx home 2 years ago. He took a jewellery box on his way out, but left behind a size 11 footprint.
Drug-free. Congratulations.
The one significant difference in the case is Eileen Renfro survived her attack.
Ooh.
We know from the police report that the man who assaulted you wore a mask. That doesn't mean you can't help us identify him.
I don't know. I mean, he was on top of me so quickly. His hands were around my throat.
And what about the mask?
What about it?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a strangler can literally not be more than an arm's length from his stranglee.
Holmes.
I think I'd like you to leave now.
Yeah.
Why? Because I know that you're lying.
Mr. Holmes.
You realise that because you protected him 2 years ago, you have the blood of an innocent woman on your hands, don't you? Perhaps you'd like to go for 2 or 3 or 4.
That's enough!
Fucking hell, Sherlock.
I'm really sorry about that.
But she is lying.
He was her brother's best friend growing up. His father was abusive, so her parents took him in his senior year of high school.
Name wouldn't be Peter Saldua by any chance, would it?
How did you know?
Because I'm at his house, and I'm looking at him right now.
Are you
And he's
saying he's in
dead.
police custody?
Technically, yeah.
Killed him tough. Or did he?
We found the ring box from Amy Dampier's home, right here.
Seems too easy.
Did you already take his phone?
Hasn't turned up yet, but it will.
She had her mole removed when she changed her look. Doesn't make any sense. She loved that mole.
I got us tickets to the opera tonight. Celebrate. When your father hired me, he mentioned something about you liking it, so I thought...
I went to Le Grand Macabre once when I was 9. Now I'm a buff!
The day we met, you deduced that I gave up being a surgeon to become a companion because I had lost someone close to me.
She was fired.
The truth is...
Truth is that you made a mistake during a surgery that cost the patient his life. I knew it would be a sore subject, so I made up the bit about your friend to spare your feelings.
Again, not the Benedict Sherlock.
You incurred it 2 weeks ago near the corner of 86 and 3rd. The only thing there is Carver Cemetery. A surgeon who's no longer a surgeon, a parking violation incurred outside a poor man's cemetery, and 2 parents who are as moneyed as they are alive. You add it all up, what does it say?
I have goosebumps. Oh my god. I didn't think I was going to actually like this, but that's like,
The
damn.
way that you can solve people just by looking at them.
Peter Saldua felt rage the night he killed Amy Dampier. Detective Abreu, please. Shh yourself. Please. How fast can you get me to Sandbridge Hospital?
Please.
You started treating him, what, 18 months ago? Probably just a few weeks before you talked your wife into all that plastic surgery. Excuse me? Saldua wanted to fix himself. Dr. Jessup was his first attempt. You were his second. The only problem was, of course, Amy didn't fit his victim profile, did she? Well, you accounted for that by pressuring her to alter her appearance until she did. I imagine that you took to meeting in odd places at odd times, so you'd never be seen together. And then, when the time was right, you took advantage of his job as a delivery man to place him in Amy's orbit. You arranged for flowers to be sent to the house once a week. And then after you'd murdered him, made it look like a suicide, you took his phone. Why? Well, because he'd taken to recording your sessions as well.
Knows that during the course of their relationship, he signed a prenuptial agreement that gives him nothing if he leaves her, and a living trust that gives him everything if she dies. Hypothetically, wouldn't that man be smarter to look for a way to trigger the clauses in the second document as opposed to the first?
Just leave us stranded. Doom, 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 doom.
Look under the known allergies heading. This was taken.
You know you're just digging yourself deeper, putting this man in the same room with me.
When she very astutely noticed that Saldua had a rather strong allergy to rice, when she remembered seeing a sack of the stuff sitting on one of his shelves.
We also found a credit card receipt that told us he had bought it exactly 3 days before his death.
He laundered it, you see. Left it in his pocket when he put his trousers in the wash. By the time he realized it was too late, the phone that he'd turned into a virtual library of his therapy sessions was no longer functional. Rice, as you're apparently not aware, is a natural desiccant and can be used to absorb moisture from electronic devices that have been immersed in water.
Yep, and his phone was in it.
You'll never guess what we found inside.
Did it work?
Please, Dr. Mantlo.
Brilliant.
You need to help me. You need to tell me how to stop myself from hurting her. I don't...
Yes!
Please go to dinner now.
It's the bottom of the ninth.
Pop up to centre, intentional walk, game-ending double play. Final score, Reds of Cincinnati 3.
No. Oh,
Is that just how it ends? Okay. I have to say, it's better than I thought it would be. Because I was so obsessed with Sherlock when it came out, I got it out really quickly. I binge watched the fuck out of it. I've watched it like 3 times since then. Like, I love it so much. I love absolutely everything about it. A spin-off for anything is normally so fucking shit. But I don't know, I kind of liked it. I don't know if I'll be like as obsessed. I feel like I wasn't as obsessed the first time I watched Sherlock, though. I feel like it was the second and third episode that made me be like, oh my god, I love this. I don't know if it'll be the same for this. You have to let me know if you want me to carry it on. I'm enjoying it. I think he's playing the character so well. I really like her. She's so cool. She's beautiful. I like the fact that it could become a romantic thing. I don't know if it's going to or if it's going to be like a really wholesome friendship thing. I'm not sure. But it was a really good first like solve. Like I loved everything about it. Everything, like there's not one thing that I didn't like. So I'm kind of intrigued. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. I'm, again, pissed at myself, and I know I say this every single time I start something, but I'm pissed that I didn't start this right after Sherlock because it would have got my fix back. But yeah, let me know what you think. And until next time, adios. Oh my goodness. No, that's it. Bye.